All right, all right, all right. Gentlemen, start your engine!
Drivers, start your engines!
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Remember what I told all my drivers? Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time. Drivers, start your engines!
And gentlemen, start your engine!
And welcome back to the Green White Checkered Podcast. It is April 30th, and we are here to talk about Talladega and a little bit of Texas. We just got back from a 2-week vacation for ourselves. I didn't realize we had a week off before Talladega, and I didn't feel like doing bets for Talladega because it's Talladega. So, welcome back, Shane, as always.
Great to be back.
Tonight. Yeah. It feels like it's been a long time since we streamed, but a little early tonight. You wanted to watch, did you say the Blues game?
Yep. Blues
There
start
you go.
in about an hour.
Okay. So Talladega happened. I thought it was very unentertaining for a plate track. That's my opinion. Not the first time we've seen races kind of like this where it's fuel saving. It looks cool. Like we'll do some 4-wide racing here and there, but it's not real racing. They're running 75% throttle, 50% throttle. Saving fuel. I don't know. What do you think? How do you feel about the race?
Yeah, I thought it was the most boring Talladega we've got in a long time. I was considering going to this race, and I mean, it would have been a good time, good party, but as far as the race goes, I would have been a little disappointed.
Yeah, I heard the party was amazing this year. Cletus McFarlane, I don't know if you saw his little thing where he took 3 $5,000 RVs and drove them to Talladega and then auctioned them off in the infield.
Really?
Yeah. It was apparently a really good time. Watch his YouTube videos. It's hilarious. But you thought about visiting. I am visiting the fall race, so going to be bachelor partying it up in the infield. I cannot wait. Never been to Talladega.
Really?
Yeah. Yep, never been. That's I haven't been to a super speedway at all. I saw the Dodge testing at Daytona in 2000, and that was it. So that's
Talladega is one of those places that if you happen to go when there's nothing going on, you just are driving through town and you wind up at the track, you're like, what the heck? This is everything. But then whenever everybody's in town, it's a totally different story.
Oh yeah. Yep. I can't wait. I hope it's a better race. Playoff race, so I'm guessing there'll be a little bit more on the line. Plus, it's in the final round of cuts. So, I don't know if I like that, but I think it'll make for a better race.
Yeah, I think so too.
I guess we can just move on to news because there's not much to say except Austin Cindric. Congrats. He's in the playoffs again. He'll get eliminated in the round of 12 again. That's pretty much it. But we'll hop into the news. Second place finisher, Preece, and Joey Logano also got disqualified. I know one was for spoiler bolts and the other one I don't remember, but DQs. I don't know. Have you seen anything about it? Are they going to try to appeal it, or are they just accepting it at this point?
I know that Penske is accepting it. I haven't heard anything about RFK, but I know Penske's accepting it.
Yeah, Penske likes to push the envelope here and there. That's why I think the championships that they've gotten are kind of iffy. Like, tear that car apart. Let's see it. But, okay. It's kind of common for Joey Logano also. He's been caught a few times, especially with, like, the whole glove fiasco and that. But
yeah. Speaking of Logano, did you happen to hear or did you see what Chipper Jones tweeted out?
Good old Chipper Jones. I was a huge fan, but I did not see what he tweeted out.
It was basically something along the lines of he tagged Cindric and he's like, you need to be careful who your teammate is, basically F-bombing you on the radio on national TV. And then he tagged Logano in it. I don't remember exactly what he said. But basically he was just, I mean, Cindric knew that, but he was telling him, like, you need to watch who your teammates are.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but the only person on that team that has to worry about bad teammates is Blaney, because Logano and Cindric are both really fucking shitty teammates. I mean, we've seen them both hang Blaney out and screw Blaney over. And Logano's not one to talk. Like, he's a dirty racer. He always has been. It is what it is. And I don't know. I thought the move was fair. It's a race. Cindric, this is kind of one of his only shots to make it into the playoffs. Let's be honest. We don't see him going to any of these other tracks and competing for a win. So I love Chipper Jones, though. I was a third baseman growing up when Chipper Jones was a big thing. And so one of my favorite players of all time. I'm going to take his side over Logano.
Understandable.
Yeah, no, but that's hilarious. I did see Joey talked about him on like Sirius XM, the NASCAR show, which whatever. Yeah.
What did he say about him?
I don't know. It was just like the clickbait headline, like Joey Logano fires back at Chipper Jones. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, I don't care. Like, I just figured it was something like political or something like that. I was just like, don't care. But no, I get it. The whole Logano blowing up over the radio at Cindric, it is what it is. Yeah. You got anything else to talk about Talladega? Because there wasn't, I don't know. It was just uneventful, unentertaining.
Yeah. The only other thing I would say is the amount of lead changes was quite crazy.
Yeah.
And nobody really led a lot of laps. I think Ty Gibbs led the most, and he only might have led 30-ish.
Yeah. It was the whole cruising thing, man. Like, it was so easy for guys to make lead changes when everybody's running slow. You get that air on the front end running 75% throttle. Yeah, anybody can pass you. I still remember the days of like back in 2000, I think it was, where they had the roof spoiler on the car and they were running flat out and we were having these lead changes and it was awesome. Not safe. That's why they took them off. But yeah, I miss those old days of plate racing. But I mean, if we want to have better plate racing, look at the Xfinity car. Such a better car everywhere we go. The race on Saturday was better. No big wrecks, nothing like that. The finish was kind of unexciting because we saw Connor Zilisch get spun out of the lead, which it was his block that wrecked him. He is missing the race this week, if you did not see that.
I did see that. I think Larson's taking over for him, right?
Yep. Larson's filling in, lower back injury. So hate to see that. I don't know. I'm a Zilisch fan. Hopefully it's not something that affects the rest of his career. Back injuries suck. So, but no, the Xfinity car week after week, so much better. Just go back to the old days where it's, 900 horsepower Cup car, 700 horsepower Xfinity, and then trucks at like, I don't know, do 700 also. But I don't know. The Xfinity is so much better in my mind. If I can watch a race every week, it's going to be an Xfinity series. I'm finding it very hard to watch Cup Series this year, and it's, I don't know. It's after last year. Last year started off so good. And then we got to the whole Austin Dillon wrecking everybody for the win thing, and it was just downhill from there. And we just kind of we're there. We're still down low. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I mean, overall, it's been a very boring Cup season.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't really had big surprises, nothing like that. It is what it is at this point. The racing sucks. We need to do something. NASCAR needs to do something, which I don't know if you saw the whole all-star race thing. They apparently went to the teams and say, no rules, run what you brung. And the team said no. It's going to be too expensive. We're shooting ourselves in the foot now because the teams are just bitching. We want this. And then NASCAR's like, okay, here you go. Do it. And they're like, nah. Like, throw a bigger motor in it. Let's see what it looks like with 900 horsepower. Like, all the teams said they could do it within a couple weeks. Well, here's your chance. No. I don't know. I don't get it.
Do you think it's because it's the All-Star race? Like, as far as from the team's perspective?
That would be my only guess, right? They're getting $1 million, which I've been on record saying that's not enough anymore. 1995, yeah, $1 million was awesome. It needs to be like 4 or 5 million now, in my mind, to get people racing for like the pass in the grass and stuff like that we had back in the day. So yeah, I guess it doesn't make sense. If they were to say, hey, Charlotte, we're going to let you run a 900 horsepower motor if you want, guess what? Every team's going to show up with a 900 horsepower motor and they're going to run that race balls out. But I don't know. That just reminded me, it's not at Charlotte for the All-Star race, is it? It's
at
North Wilkes,
mm-hmm.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Higher horsepower is not going to help you there. That's probably why they're also choosing against it. But you could do some really cool aero things, like put the big shark fin. I don't know if you've ever seen dirt track racing where they basically take a big piece of plexiglass, stick it on the left-hand side of the car, and it allows you to run so much faster because every time the car starts to brake sideways, you got all this extra downforce. That'd be interesting to see what the Cup teams come up with, but I don't know. Maybe it's a little too late, too. Give them more time. You just give them a month to cheat up a car.
Yeah.
Most of the cars are probably ready. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when's the next short track race? Is it the All-Star race? I feel like it is. So, I don't know. I feel like we're shooting ourselves in the foot. At the same time, I kind of understand it.
Yeah. Yep, you're right. The next short track is North Wilkesboro.
Oh, man. Texas, Kansas, which I'm so mad I can't make it this year. And then, North Wilkesboro. Okay. Yeah. That's got to be the reason. There's not enough time. Horsepower is not going to make a huge difference. It's all aero. Like, just take all the underbody crap off. Maybe some different wheels or something like that. But they're going to run wider wheels at that point. And they're going to skew everything. I don't know. It wouldn't make the race better. Like, if it was at Charlotte for the 600 and they said, just put a big motor in it, it would be such a better race. I'm telling you right now, that race would be so much better. But we're going to see the same thing where everybody just kind of gets jumbled up.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's almost getting to the point where it's almost you can miss it.
Yeah.
The All-Star race, and you're not missing anything.
Yeah, I mean, the first year, obviously, it's like, oh man, North Wilkesboro, cool. And then it was like the second year kind of lost its shine. And then this year, it's kind of just, it is what it is at this point. I don't know. There's nothing special about it.
I think they should, redo the whole entire format of the All-Star race. Maybe have like some open slots for some veterans or some people that are retired to come back and run. Have like 5 spots for them. Like Dale Jr. can come back and run. Guys that would. I think that'd be kind of neat.
Oh man, get Dale Jr., maybe Kevin Harvick. Hell, maybe even Hendrick would throw like Gordon or Johnson in a Hendrick car. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know if he'd be able to do it with Toyota and all that, but I mean, it get people to watch, right? You tell everybody Junior's going to run the All-Star race. Oh
yeah. And at North Wilkesboro too, yeah.
Do you remember the first year before they did the All-Star race? Junior ran a Cup car there, it was the talk for like a week. They're like, oh man, Junior's in a cup car. Ah. And everybody thought that he might run the All-Star race, which didn't happen. But yeah, no, that would definitely get the All-Star race being the talk again. But yeah.
Yeah.
It's lackluster at this point. And
Very
I hate
much
to
so.
say it, I'm kind of with the teams where it's like, do we even need this anymore? Like the duels, everyone's like, oh, we don't need this. Like, it's taken away from the fans, right? I love the duels. I love the Gatorade race, or they used to be the Gatorade races.
Yeah, the Gatorade 125s.
Yeah, just made it more interesting. And it was speed weeks. Like, I'm a huge fan. I think
Start of the year. I mean, all that type of stuff. It that doesn't need to go.
no.
The All-Star race at its current format, just give the teams an off week.
Yeah. Yep. I'd rather go back to Charlotte. Well, and I should say, hold on. The other All-Star thing is we're giving I think it's Marcus Smith, a freaking yellow flag whenever he wants. Like, what the fuck? I hate that so much. Like, oh man, let's have a green white checkered. Just get out of here. It's gonna ruin the race. It's gonna be like the most awkward thing too. I'm just pass. It makes me not want to watch the race at all. I will because I'm stupid, but yeah. Okay. Well, should mention Xfinity and trucks ran at The Rock. I missed it. I was very busy that weekend, but I heard it was great racing, and I'm guessing we'll see a cup date here soon.
Yeah, Casey
Also-
King coming back.
Yeah. I didn't. How did he do?
All I saw is I think he got top 15, so he must have gotten between like 12th and 15th for them to say that.
Okay. Nice. What was I gonna say? Oh, I have a theory. So it came out last week that another Cup Series track could be getting the Atlanta treatment. I think it's Texas. I think after this race, we're going to start seeing it. And next year, this state's going to be filled with Rockingham. So, and then after that, Texas will be back on with the Super Speedway package. I don't know. I hate Texas, but
I don't have no problem with it because Texas has sucked. Like last year was an exception, but that was because of the wrecks. But outside of that, it sucked. It's been possibly the worst track on the circuit.
Yeah, the PJ1 that they put down on it way back ruined the racing surface. The whole turn 1 and 2 not having the banking sucks. Like, I don't know. It don't make sense to me. But yeah, no, I'm fine with Texas being changed to a super speedway.
So if it's not Texas, though, what else would be considered?
What other track? I don't know. It had to be, in my mind, a low attendance thing. Oh, you know where they would ruin? Miami.
Miami, I like it now. It sucked for so long. Why would they?
Yeah. So
but
here's why
they have terrible attendance. They do have terrible attendance.
They have bad attendance. The surface is getting old. The facility itself is old. Like, that's why I've heard that attendance sucks, is everything's original still there. God, I hope they don't. But let's be honest, that'd be something they would do, especially for them to get the championship race back. Because now, if you think about it, we just had the Miami race. They got this year and a half, basically, before the championship race next year, which I don't even know if we said that. Miami's going to be the 2026 championship race. So, fuck. No, it can't be. They wouldn't do that to us, right? They wouldn't make a super speedway race the finale. Okay. I just talked myself back out of that. Yeah, it's got to be like Texas or I've heard Vegas thrown out there. I guess their attendance lacks a little bit. and it's too much like other tracks. So maybe, and then it was like Nashville or those would be pretty much it. Don't do it to Charlotte. Please don't do it to Charlotte. It's too much like Atlanta, and it's Charlotte, right? So,
What
I don't know,
about
if you say
bringing back
Chicago?
yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. Honestly, do it. I'm fine with it. The track's just sitting there. It's not getting used. The surface is junk now. It's also close. I would go to it. I'd be in. I'd like to see what this car does right now at Chicago, though, because the surface was like perfect for what we need for good racing in this car. We'd probably get an amazing race. We'd get a Kansas style race out of this, but I don't know. I enjoyed Chicago. I always had a good time. I'm still one that wants Road America back. They just dumped even more money in that track, and I don't know how. If you're anywhere ever near people listening to this to Road America and you can go for a race of any sort, go. I'm trying to go to Indy this year, but it's fucking expensive. Yeah. As a Midwest guy, bring back Road America and Chicagoland and give Iowa Speedway 2 more races. We need more races up here. Okay. I'm going to move on from this. Let's should we just get fully into Texas after we just said it's a shit track and we should change it?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you seeing for this week? I haven't heard anything about PJ1 or anything like that. I think we're going to see a repeat of what we saw last year with the wrecks and all that, or you think it's going to be pretty tame Texas?
I thought last year the wrecks were surprising, so I can't predict that to happen again. I think it's probably going to be a pretty tame Texas.
Yeah. The thing about last year was it was like, I think it was out of turn 4. You saw a couple guys just get loose. McDowell was one of them. He was running up front. I think he was trying to go for the lead, if I'm right. And he lost it by himself. And then, was it Bubba? And somebody else kind of got, I think Bubba spun, honestly. I know he still had a good finish, but there was a couple of guys that just hit that bump and lost it. So if that bump's still there and they haven't treated it, I think we could see a repeat of last year. I thought the racing was okay for Texas last year. It can't be any worse than it has been like a couple years ago, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic.
Yeah, I went to the race last year. I didn't go this year because I was worried about it being a boring race. It's probably the second closest track to me, so it's not a bad trip, but I didn't go back just because NASCAR is pissing me off right now.
Yeah. I'm right there with you, man. Like, it's frustrating. Ooh, I should say, though, maybe the broadcast gets a little better because Artie, the director or whatever the hell it is for Fox, is being moved to the PGA, I think? Or maybe it was football again. But that means we're getting somebody new for NASCAR, and God, it can't be any worse. Like, thank God. So, yeah, maybe we'll get a better broadcast now where, the broadcaster or announcer says, hey, we'll watch this video, and they actually stay on that video instead of like showing a child in the stands. But yeah, okay.
We don't have too many races on Fox left, do we?
We don't. They lost Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte's the first one not on Fox.
Is the All-Star race the last one?
Yep.
Okay. So we got 3 races? Hell yeah. Where do we go then? Is it Amazon?
Yep. Prime for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races, and then TNT for
Okay.
5, and then USA.
Okay. Amazon, if you're listening, please, for the love of God, give us multiple streams with different announcers. Do something like the Manning cast. Give me Dale Jr. and some other Mark Martin up there talking about the race. Put Matt Kenseth in there too. Like, please give me an R-rated show.
Yeah,
That's all I want.
Just have them sitting down in some lawn chairs and put a cooler between them.
Yes.
And they're drinking beer on the thing, and then you have your professional broadcast.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah,
like
that would be fantastic.
If you're a NASCAR fan right now and you're going to a race, what are you doing? You're drinking beer and watching cars go fast. So give me some old drivers drinking beer and watching cars go fast. Like, God, it'd be the best thing ever. You want to bring fans back to the sport and watching on TV? That's how you do it. Like, make a thing of this. It would grow so big. I mean, Dale Jr.'s already signed with Prime, right? Boom, done. So, oh man, and you could even do just like a guest driver every week. Like, that'd be so great. Junior already has his show, his podcast where he brings in a driver, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. You bring the driver in after the show or something, and you put him there. What's the problem? Why are we not doing this already? Come on, Prime. Jeff Bezos, step up your game.
I mean, they could do it from the Dirty Mo studio. They don't even have to be at the track.
Yeah. Oh, I'd want to be at the track. Like,
I would
give me. Okay, here's what you do. You take a bus, you put a platform on the top, and that's where they're doing it from. Like, just fans in the background too. Kind of like College Game Day.
Yeah.
But at a NASCAR race with the race going on. Oh, that'd be so great. It'll never happen, but it should.
No, it should.
Okay. Let's hop into bets here. Who do you think is walking away with the pistols, the 2 revolvers at Texas Motor Speedway?
I like Larson and Byron here, but I don't like the odds, so I'm not betting them. I mean, obviously they're the 2 favorites. Larson last year had the car to beat, and his wheel fell off.
Mm-hmm.
And Byron's always good here.
Yep.
But as far as betting goes, you can get pretty good odds on last year's winner, Chase Elliott, at plus 2,000. I don't hate that. He's due for a win. They're going to go into this race confident after winning last year. I don't hate that. I also don't hate Ross Chastain, who competed for the win last year too and was in a wreck on the final lap. I like both of those at their odds. You can get Ross Chastain at plus 2,800.
I like the Chase Elliott. I went a little safer with Chase, and I did a top 5 at plus 250, but I don't see any problem with going for the outright here because he's been pretty consistent this year. And if you watch the race last year and other races, he's there, right? He might not be the fastest car, but he's there to compete. I like that pick. I really do. I am kind of all over Toyotas though. And we did see Larson, really fast last year. He had the tire go down. But the beginning of the race, it was Ty Gibbs. And then he had a bad pit stop and he was gone. And then we saw Hamlin. And then we saw Reddick. And right now, I honestly don't know why this is not flip-flopped, but Reddick's plus 750 and Hamlin is plus 800. I like both those. I haven't decided which one I'm going to pick. My homerism is saying just go with Reddick because I'm a Reddick fan. I like Reddick to win this race. He should have won last year. Just tire issues on the last set of tires. And it screwed him. So I'm leaning Reddick right now. But again, it might just be in my head. I'll have to do a little more research. He is good at Texas. He always has been. Has great finishes. But my other guy is actually his teammate, Bubba Wallace. I'm going long shot here at plus 1,800. And I might ladder Bubba this week with the top 3 at plus 500 and top 5 plus 225. He is fast at Texas. He spun out last race. I think it was end of stage 2. It might even be the beginning of stage 3. He finished 7th. Like, he's fast. And he was running like top 5, I think. I think it was round 5th when he spun out. So I really like Bubba Wallace here. The odds, maybe wait. No. He's going to qualify well. He always does. Yeah. So plus 1,800.
He's got the 3rd most led laps at Texas in the next gen car too.
Yeah.
So it shows you he runs up front.
Yeah, he led over 100 laps at one of the races. I think it was 2 races ago. So yeah, I'm really liking Bubba Wallace right now. I don't know if you wait until after qualifying though, because usually the races he does well, he goes out and he qualifies really well. Actually, I think he had the pole for the race where he finished 3rd. Yeah. So 2 races ago, started 1st, finished 3rd. His qualifying is kind of all over the place, but it's all top 20. So yeah, his odds aren't going to move much. So I think you get in at plus 1,800. I like the top 5 at plus 500 or top 3. So yeah. I already mentioned my Chase Elliott top 5. Do you have any top 3, top 5s that you're eyeing?
So I'm not sure if I want to bet it or not, but I'm kind of curious about Brad Keselowski, top 5 at plus 450. This is one of his very best tracks.
Yep.
He's got the 2nd highest average finish in the next gen car. He's all 3 races he's finished top 10 with 1 top 5. It's an interesting pick because he has not been good this year. But he's also just had some bad luck too, like getting caught up in wrecks and stuff quite a bit. So I don't think you count on that continuing to happen. And both of his teammates have ran well and had speed. So that makes me feel like it's going to eventually happen for Brad.
Yep. Yeah. I looked at Brad. I was like, man, I'm just going to say this, though. I think they're giving all the good stuff to Priest and Busher because we're seeing Priest every week just get results. So I'm on a Priest top 10 personally, and I stayed away from Brad Keselowski.
Okay, another one that I don't like betting on him, but Daniel Suarez has had success here as well. You can get him at plus 500 for a top 5. How do you feel about that?
I don't mind that one. Yeah. I don't know his exact finishes, but he is one of those guys that around I'll call this a home crowd, right? Coda's the same way. He just seems to perform a little bit better when he's got his fans, his demographic there. So I don't mind it. I don't hate it. You said top 5 was plus 500?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top 10 is plus 180.
Yeah, I would dabble with that. Plus 180 for top 10? Yeah. I like that one a lot. Yeah, it just depends how I'm feeling on Sunday morning, I guess, right? You know, am I feeling gutsy or if I'm just gonna go safe? I like the top 10 though. I'm more of a safe better. That's where I'd probably end up. Okay. Anything else for the top 5-ish area?
No, not really.
And top 10s, I already mentioned Priest at plus 350. I don't know if I said the plus 350 part, but yeah, like I said, he's been running really good. Seems to be getting the better equipment at RFK. Him and Bush are both. And then my other one would be Ty Gibbs. We saw him lead laps last year. Pit crew took him out of that race, and then he just kind of had some run-ins with some people, and it didn't go well for him the rest of the race. But Ty Gibbs plus 110. It's on my board. You got anything else at top 10?
How do you feel about Hocevar top 10 plus 250? He's coming off a top 10 last week.
Yeah.
And he ran good at Texas.
He got dumped last year, I thought. Didn't Kyle Busch dump him? I don't think he hit anything, now that I think about it.
So he's got 2 races at Texas, a 10th place finish and a 16th place finish.
Yeah. So what's his top 10 at?
250.
Okay. The other one I meant to look up and I didn't end up doing it was Todd Gilliland. He ran in the top. Yeah, he ran in the top 10 for quite a while last year. I think it was some early pit stop strategy kind of got him up there, but he stayed there. The team's got to show something eventually. They just seem to be out to lunch. So I don't know. Plus 700, maybe dabble with it. I could see him running well. There's a couple of guys just overall, like Kyle Busch, for some reason. I was like, man, Kyle Busch weekend. But Kyle Busch just, they shoot themselves in the foot over and over and over again, right? It's just one of those things. It's hard to bet on Kyle Busch. And, who's the other one? His name was just in my head, and then I forgot it. I don't know. I'll think about it. I went brain dead for a second.
Justin Haley at plus 700, and he has a 3rd place finish here.
Yeah, he does. How do you feel about that team, though?
I don't know now with
Rodney Childers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit of a shocker to me. I wonder what went down there.
Yeah, we never got a straight answer either. It sounded like they mutually departed effective immediately. Like something happened. And I don't know if like Ronnie's like, hey, we need to change this. And the team's like, no. And he's like, oh, fuck it, I'm done or what? But he went in there to change things and help grow that team. And it just wasn't happening. And we're not seeing results ever.
Yeah, that's one of my 3 theories there. I think he could have looked at it as this team is going nowhere and this is going to tarnish my reputation. I need to get out before it does that. Or what could be really interesting is if another team makes a move here soon and you have this free agent crew chief sitting there, championship crew chief, that can come in and make a big difference for somebody.
Yeah, and not even hire him in as a crew chief, just make him like an advisor or something like that. Like, I could see it happening. Like, you know who would probably benefit from it a lot? Bowman. Like, we know Rick Hendrick's got the money. Just bring in a great crew chief, have him as like an assistant or some bullshit thing. And we're going to see Bowman start winning more races. I just don't think his crew chief has the guts to make race winning changes. So I thought about the other guy's name, Austin Dillon. Past winner, has top 5 in this car, finished second also in this car, and an 8th place finish last race. And he's sitting at plus 400 for a top 10. So that's The RCR though. Like, I keep talking myself out of it. Like, they're so good in the Xfinity series. Obviously, you just won a race with Austin Hill, and then you go to the Cup Series, and it's like Austin Dillon and Kyle Busch. I don't know. Okay, you got anything else? We'll hit the head-to-heads if not, and then we'll go with our other bets if you have any.
No, that's it for me.
All right. Yeah, head-to-heads. We got starting up Suarez versus Bubba. Suarez is plus 130, Bubba minus 180.
Straight up, I like Bubba, but minus 180, I don't think I'm betting it.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like Bubba at the plus 130. I mean, if I had a gun to my head, I'm going Suarez. So Brad Keselowski minus 105 versus Chastain minus 125.
That's a tough one. They're both good here. I'm not touching that one either.
Yeah, we just kind of talked about both of them a little bit, and I agree. This is no bet for me. I mean, the better odds are on Brad, but he's not producing. And then you got Chastain with juice on it. It's like, nah, I'll stay away. Wow, I had a seizure typing that. Reddick minus 180 versus Elliott plus 130. Fast guy versus past winner.
Yeah, I think I got to go Elliott here just because I don't want to go Reddick minus 180.
Yeah.
The positive odds there definitely make me lean that way.
Yeah,
But
I would
other than
probably
that,
do
it's
the
a
same.
toss-up.
Yep, same thing. Like plus 130 on Chase Elliott over Reddick. Reddick's hit or miss. He's either going to go out there and finish top 3 or he's going to finish 15th. So, yeah, I'd probably go the Elliott side. And let's see what we got. Larson minus 125 versus Byron minus 105. Toss a coin.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly like Byron here.
Okay.
He's just safer.
Yep. And Hamlin minus 115 versus Bell minus 115. I'm going Bell.
Are you?
I am. Bell was faster last year. What happened to him? Did he wreck out? I don't know.
Yeah,
He runs well.
He got out early.
Hamlin
was leading for a while last year.
It was Bell versus Larson for a while, and then Bell had an issue, and then Larson's tire fell off, and it was like, oh, okay, well, I guess all these other guys can compete now, and that's where you saw Hamlin lead a bunch of laps, and I think Truex led a few. Then Reddick came in. I don't know. It was just Toyotas everywhere. But I think I would go Bell. He had the faster car last year. Seems to know his way around the track, and he's just had more speed this year, even though Hamlin's got 2 wins. I'm struggling all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on with me. Okay, that is it for the head-to-heads. Got any group winners or anything on those lines?
I don't hate Group C, Chase Elliott at plus 275. I think you like Bubba there at plus 250.
Yep.
And then in Group D, I like Chastain a lot out of that group.
Okay.
Plus 260.
Yeah, see, and I'd probably be on. Honestly, I'd probably go Busher at plus 280. Maybe Ty Gibbs at plus 230. Why is Kyle Busch the lowest in Group C at plus 220? That makes no sense to me. Past races, I mean, he was good in the old car. But
He's just a driver people are still going to put money on every single week. And it's not a winning formula at this point.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen it. At Talladega, there's a guy in the infield. He has this giant Kyle Busch is a douchebag sign. And then he also walks around with a hat that says Kyle Larson is douchebag. It's not a hat. It's like a sign on his forehead. And then he has a necklace that says it. And one of the comments on Facebook was, "This guy lives in the past." Is like, yep, that's pretty much it anymore. Like, Kyle Busch isn't relevant at all. So,
No.
I don't have any group bets. I do have a fastest lap. I'm going Bubba Wallace at plus 4,500. He's won me a bunch of money before this already this year. What was that, plus 5,000?
Yeah, you got him something crazy.
Yeah. He's fast at Texas. I'm going to go this route. He had the pole. He's had fast cars. Bubba Wallace plus 4,500. I like it.
For fastest lap, you have him at 4,500?
Yeah.
It looks like it's dropped to 2,800.
Oh, what the fuck?
Hope you locked it in.
I didn't.
Dang.
That sucks. I'd still bet it, though. Damn, that sucks. Josh Berry, though, at plus 4,500. Struggled last year a lot. But Wood Brothers, they got some speed. It's a Penske car, let's be honest. Yeah. I might do that. Jesse Love's in this race? Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. That kind of makes me happy. I'm guessing that's the RCR car. I'll have to look that up while we're talking. How about winning manufacturer? I was looking at this. I like Toyota to win. You like, I think, Chevy to win because you're saying Byron and Larson. Well, what about Ford at plus 300?
I don't think I'd do it.
No?
No.
You don't see Logano or any of them getting lucky?
Not really. Doesn't seem like Blaney can finish a freaking race this year. And then Logano is just waiting until the back half of the year to win some bullshit and get into the playoffs.
Yeah. Just like he always does. Where is Jesse Love? I don't see his name on the entry list. Am I blind here? Okay, well, he's on DraftKings as being a bet, but he's not on the entry list for this. So I don't know what to say if Jesse Love is or is not racing. Oh, what the heck? Jayski's website's messed up. You click the Texas race page, it takes you to Talladega.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's an issue. Here we go. I finally fixed it. He is I'm still not seeing his name. I'm blind. I don't see him on that either. But I'm on the right page now. Weird. Okay. Well, do you have anything else? Oh, there he is. He's in the 6 Beard Motorsports car. What is going on? They're racing a track that's not Talladega or Daytona? That's fucking weird. Yeah. And we have a Garage 66 entry with Chad Fincham. That'll be a dead last place finish. Can I bet that? Huh. That's interesting. Beard Motorsports running tight. It's an RCR car. 100% that's an RCR car. Okay. That's interesting. I like that car now. I'm ready to wrap this up, though. I know you want to get going so you can watch the Blues. You got anything else to finish this out?
No, other than I've been asking you hypotheticals all year, and this one is really, really stupid. But I was talking to my dad about this the other day. I just said, like, Bristol. We haven't been on here since that race, like afterwards. Okay. So we didn't talk about it. And that was terribly boring Bristol.
I knew it would be.
This will never happen, but let's just say they said, let's just go backwards. How do you think it would affect the race?
I think it'd still be an awful race.
Yeah. You think it'd perform the same way?
I honestly, I would hate it. First of all, just kind of like I hated Dirt, even though Dirt put on a good show. I think the teams would figure it out very quickly and just kind of flip everything over. The drivers, though, I don't know if their head could wrap around it, right? Everything's different. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
Driver's side is outside, or
Yeah,
or would you have a special car that's flipped for that?
I wouldn't let them. If I was NASCAR, I'd make them be on the outside. I think you'd see a lot of guys hitting that apron and fucking up, or pinching the car low and wrecking. I think it'd be a mind fuck for a lot of the drivers. It'd be
Cool
interesting.
to have just one race a year where they got to turn right,
Yeah, just
except for road course.
that's it. Instead of giving Marcus Smith this phantom yellow for the All-Star race, we have him just pick a track of his to go the wrong direction. Honestly, I kind of wonder why we don't do stuff like that for like Coda. Run Coda backwards. Just make it different. We know how it runs the way it is now. Let's flip it. But I don't know. On that note, are you ready to get out of here? Go watch your game?
Yep.
Okay. Well, next week we'll be back with a Texas show, talk about Kansas, and I will be very salty that I'm not going. So see you next week. See you.
Later.
Football season may be over, but for frequency's sake, still has you covered for all your sporting needs. Tune in every Sunday when the best professional wrestling podcast around, Cards Subject to Change, gets you caught up on everything inside the ropes. They won't miss a count with weekly analysis and interviews. More into auto racing? We've got a double dose for you on the track. Tune in to Fast Money with Rod Villagomez each week and win some money with the quickest bets in all of sports. Want more insight from Pit Row? Check out the Green, White, and Checkered Podcast, where they give their insight on everything happening on and off the track. Need your basketball fix? Points in the Paint has you covered, with live shows every other week looking at everything in the association. Backed by popular demand, we have the return of The Payoff Pitch, FFSQC's baseball show, covering you on news around the MLB. If you're missing football, don't fret. Mark and Dan still have you covered in the football lounge. Missing Joe Winkle? Probably not, but he's still here talking sports on Educated Ignorance. Football season might be over, but we've still got you covered. For frequency's sake, you know what we mean.